Hey, Walter.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Well, that's good.
Well, as you can be under my circumstances.
Yeah.
Oh, Marty.
Oh my gosh, Marty
got here. Yay, Marty.
got home.
I didn't think he was coming.
Yeah, we didn't think
Well,
he was either.
he was coming home today, and he didn't know whether he was going to be here, but it looks like he's logging on. Well, this may be a relatively short session because I've got your song, I've got 2 songs from Mary Jane, and then 1 song from Barbara, and then we have 1 song, and then
That's it.
So you think it's going to be short?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's
Maybe.
see.
Hey, Marty. You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
You know, it's mighty helpful on these things to plug in the camera before you start the program.
Well, the picture looks good, so apparently you got it plugged in properly.
Yeah, I finally did, but that's why it was blank at the beginning.
So you know where you're supposed to be.
Right.
Yep.
So did you have a good trip?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
But this is, I didn't mean to imply it was a big trip. I mean, we had this other house in this little town called Calvert,
Yeah.
and we just had some things we needed to do there till today. So that's what I did. And then when I got in, I was working on the submissions for the IUS video
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
you know.
Yeah.
There's a whole
So
lot
what-
That'll keep
What's-
you busy.
What's the song this time?
I'll be home for Christmas, and
Oh.
it's a medley. What's the other one?
What is the other one? I do the same thing. I always ask Paulette, what is the other one?
I'm blanking out. I'll be
Oh,
home
yeah.
for Christmas.
2 Christmas songs.
Blanking
anyway.
out for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm blanking out for Christmas.
Right.
Hey, Barbara.
Well, see, I'm guilty because I can't think of that second song either. I'm waiting. I was there though. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
we
Maybe
even
Mary Jane
recorded
knows. Yeah.
it and sent it in, and we still can't think of the name.
Oh, you did? Oh, now that is kind of
That's
bad.
really bad. Yeah. Very bad.
And I've been working on videos. but
You're blotting
only-
it out though, Marty. So that's
Only fire
understandable.
up the first part, you know.
Maybe Mary Jane knows what is correct.
What song are you? I mean, under what context was it?
We're trying to remember the 2 songs for the Austin Ukulele Society and the medley that Bob did.
Home for the holidays. I just looked it up.
Home for the Holidays.
okay.
Never mind. He
I'm
looked
Glad
it
it wasn't up to me
None of the rest of us could remember.
because I couldn't remember either. But
Well, that makes us feel.
I still have that email though. I could have gone back. That's a lot of trouble. I can't seem to get my video on for some reason.
Oh,
You were
yeah,
there for a second.
there
Oh,
you are.
there I am.
Hi, Brenda.
There's Brenda.
Yes, I sent my music to Paul, and then I read the thing and said I needed to send it to you. So you've got it. It's
It's on the way.
It's a bit late. Yeah.
Let me check my mail.
Okay. Now it's
There
not
it
in a
is.
usable format, so I don't know how to fix that. See what it does.
Okay, I've got Barbara's.
It's right on top.
Oh, okay.
Should be very close to the top. I
Yeah.
just
Oh,
said
I
it about
see. Okay.
30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Well, I think I can just show the email.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
That's what we'll have to do. The others I've put into on songs so we can
yeah.
do it.
You
that
made
way.
scrolls
mine,
out of them.
I got you. Yeah, I have yours, Walter. Now let me see if I can make the email go away, and then I've got something from
Bonnie.
Bonnie. Oh, she's not going to be here tonight.
Bonnie
She's-
can't come.
Oh.
She's at work.
Oh, bummer.
Boo.
Boo. Boo hiss.
Paul. Oh, Paul forwarded it to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Forward, these boots were made for walking.
Okay.
That's a good song. So now how do I get back to where I can see all of you?
Back to meeting. Probably.
Oh, back to me. Oh, there you go.
That's
When
why
I-
it said
when I-
back to meeting in big red letters.
Well, when I went to my email, you all slid off the side of the screen, and it's like, oh, where did they go? You know. So,
Well, we could see you just fine. I
well,
mean,
that's
good.
good. That's good.
That's good. So I guess Gary Goebbels is on his way back to Hawaii. And Bonnie's at work. And Paul's got something.
Conference, I think,
Yeah.
a conference call or a Zoom meeting or something. And
Oh, these poor people that are still working. Anyway, really. So I don't know.
It makes
might
me
be a
shudder
small
too.
group.
yeah, me too.
what about Christine?
You
Oh,
heard
we
from
haven't heard
Christine?
from her.
Don't
No.
know about Christine tonight. Yeah.
Maybe she'll show up.
No, it's not that. It's like
Yeah,
7:03.
we still
Oh, well, we'll
still have a few more minutes.
wait a couple minutes. I guess we can decide who wants to go first. You want to lead off, Mary Jane, since you have two songs?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
gonna do Proud Mary, the first
Okay.
one.
Okay,
Okay.
Get
Well,
it
why
over with.
Why don't we wait until?
we'll wait a couple minutes.
Yeah,
and
we
then-
can wait.
And then let me find Pride Mary here. In the P's. There we go.
Yeah, this version of Proud Mary may not be the way you thought it ought to go, especially if
Good
you
song.
were real involved with either Fogerty or Tina Turner. So I
Those
just
were two
tried to,
different versions.
yeah, I tried to do it. I think it's more like the Fogerty version.
Creedence
But
Clearwater.
I've done my best is all I
Okay.
can say
So
to make
this
the
is-
Well,
arrangement.
Here comes.
You,
Here comes
you,
Christine.
you know what I always say, you play it however you can play it. It's fine.
That's true.
Oh, is this the debut of the Mary Jane Ford version, or have you played it before somewhere else?
No, I actually got this version from Kevin, except that he didn't have the last verse on it. And I found out there was a last verse. And,
Oh,
if you look up the Fogerty version on the internet, you can find the last verse. So I don't know where he got this shortened version, but, maybe it was on another page and I'd lost the last page or something.
So there is
That's always a
another verse?
possibility. Well, there's a if you come down to the river verse, and it's a
Yeah.
good verse. Sometimes the last verse isn't really all that significant, and they leave it out for that reason. But in this case, the last verse is a really nice verse. So
Good, good.
I thought it ought to be in here. It wouldn't be a very long song without it.
Hi,
So,
Christine. How you?
Christine.
Christine, we can't hear you.
Christine made 7.
Yeah.
Or
I
There you
muted
are.
myself because
Oh,
I was
okay.
setting things up and it was real noisy.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't send anything tonight. I'm just gonna listen.
That's all right.
But we have an audience in the background here. My husband
Uh-huh.
is listening in. So
Oh, no.
beware.
Okay.
And he said probably in the next couple of weeks he's gonna join me with a song. So
Oh, great.
Oh, that'd be great.
that'll
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Has he gotten a ukulele yet?
No, he's gonna do the percussion and
Okay.
then try to do harmony. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, that sounds
Good deal.
That's great.
You want to say hi? No, you don't want to say. He doesn't want to say. He's cooking dinner.
Oh,
Oh,
well, that's-
okay. Well,
That's nice.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, really.
Oh, no, I know.
Yeah, Gary,
Yes.
Gary, I just sent you another version of the same song, but it's better.
Oh, okay.
So you should probably use that one.
Okay,
Okay.
let me-
Okay.
Because it's got the chords all bracketed out, and it'll be easier for people to follow.
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, when I use their copy, it does weird things to it, but when I send my own copy, it's better. So
Okay. Well, it looks like we just got it.
Yeah.
does it? Yeah,
Looks
just
fine.
look at it. It is better. It's
That'll work.
formatted better.
Okay.
Well,
Well, do you want to begin, Mary Jane?
Sure, sure.
Okay, I've got the music on the iPad and I have to get that rolling. Oh, how do I get to QuickTime now?
Thanks for doing this, guys.
Oh, you're
That's awesome.
welcome. I'm
I wouldn't
gonna,
know how to do it.
let's
well, we're
see.
still figuring it out.
Yeah, I can't. I need to make let's see, how do I get not the speaker view. I need to exit full screen. Okay. And I need to start QuickTime and do a movie. Should have set this up
In the
first, I guess.
meantime, hi, Walter. Good to
Whoa.
see you. How you doing?
Oh, fine.
Good, good. Looking good.
Thank you.
There it goes.
Okay. And are you recording?
I am recording, I believe.
Okay.
You know,
And-
Gary, I want to call you Paul.
I know.
It says Paul Butler on the screen there.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I have to log in as him to.
Yeah, I knew that.
Make it work. Okay, so
All
you
right.
Say,
got
what's
the
that
song.
guy's name? Gary? Gary is Paulette, I think. Yeah. Doesn't say it on the screen anymore.
Yeah, at least we all know who you are. We don't have any
That's-
strangers in the
That's
midst.
good.
That's true. So where did the song go?
The song's behind there. Let's see.
Okay.
I got to change the view to, what do they call that? Not the
Share the screen.
Share the screen. It says
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
at the
already.
bottom is
Yeah.
green.
Yeah,
With
he's
an
already
arrow?
doing that.
That didn't help.
Mm,
You already doing that? It didn't work?
Yeah.
There you go.
There's something doing it.
There it
You're
goes.
there now.
Oh, you got it? They got it.
Okay. Is that?
Yes.
Can you see it now?
So you are screen sharing.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can see that just fine.
Okay.
Good.
Okay,
We need to mute ourselves.
Okay.
so I'm not muted. That's good.
Everybody
Yeah, every
go
one of
ahead and
those
mute it.
little lines is supposed to be an extra time you play the chords. So like the F, you play twice, 2 quick Fs, and then 1 D and 2 quick Fs and another D. And so it can be it goes pretty fast too. So don't worry about it if unless you just have it ingrained in your memory banks. So, are you ready? Here it goes. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. And I never lost 1 minute of sleeping, worrying about the way things might have been. It will keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Cleaned a lot of plates in Memphis, pumped a lot of paint down in New Orleans, but I never saw the good side of the city until I hitched a ride on a riverboat queen. Big wheel keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Rolling, bet you're gonna find some people who live. You don't have to worry if you have no money. People on the river are happy to give. It will keep on burning. Strawberry keep on burning. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river.
Whoa.
That was great.
All right, yeah, that sounded good.
That's
Sounds
hard
like
to do.
CCR.
End screen.
Yeah. Well, I managed to screw up a couple of B flats in the
Stop
process.
share.
That's a
They weren't as
That's a
bad
tricky
sounding
song.
as I thought they were going to be. I knew they were screwed up, but fortunately they had some notes in them that were okay, I guess.
Cool.
well, those are some quick chord changes. That would
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
take a lot of run throughs to get it right.
Mm.
yeah. Well, I did a lot of practicing on it, and as usual, all the practices recently were perfect. You know,
Of course.
performance, screw it up. You know?
No, it sounded all right. Thank you for doing that. That's a great song.
Yeah.
Now I just
Mar-
need to learn how to dance.
Right, like Tina.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll knock my
Are you gonna
forehead off.
dance while you're playing?
Well, that would be difficult. Yeah. I'll just stick to the ukulele. Let somebody else do the dancing.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know why we're talking about that today, about who can like actually sing, dance, and play at the same time. And that'd be Prince, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Steve, that guy from England, that little guy, have you been experienced him? Oh no, he's in one of my other groups. This little guy can play all these different instruments, and he can also dance while he's playing the instruments. And he sings, and he's the craziest looking performer I've ever seen in one of these groups. But he doesn't go all the time, so I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
We just
But,
finished watching the Get Back documentary about the Beatles on the
Right.
Disney Channel, and they could do it all. I mean, literally, they were dancing and singing and hopping up and down and inventing amazing songs all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Incredible.
found like 20 hours worth of footage in a vault somewhere.
Oh,
And
it was
they-
almost 60
It
hours
was
worth
60
of
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's just astonishing that wasn't just lost in the midst of
I
time.
know. I know. Ah,
But
golly.
I'm really glad that he found that, and I will be watching that.
Yeah, it
It's
was good.
wonderful.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed it.
I have to
Is it on
justify
Netflix
Disney
or
Plus.
what is it
It's on Disney
Subscription?
Plus.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Right.
It's worth it for a month just to see Hamilton
Yeah.
in its
Yeah.
entirety and watch the Beatles documentary. Then you can drop it.
I like some of the other stuff on it too, but anyway.
Well,
We've
I mean,
watched
I've
some
seen
other
all the
shows,
Marvel
yeah.
stuff, so
Yeah.
it's not that big of a draw for
We
me.
like The Mandalorian. We enjoyed Baby Yoda.
Yeah, I did like that too.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway,
song.
So, Walter, do you want to go ahead and do your song?
You're on mute. Walter, I think you're on mute.
Can I unmute him? There you go.
There, I'm unmuted.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. I think this is,
Yeah.
now we got to go back to screen
This,
sharing.
this is one of the Bee Gees' early songs that had nothing to do with disco.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they
I've heard
had
this one in
a whole
ages.
couple
Yeah.
albums that didn't have anything to do with disco early on.
And they're early music.
Yeah. Can you all see that okay?
I don't know if you ever heard of this. I started a joke.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So does Paul. So go ahead and mute.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Walter.
I started a joke, started the whole world crying, but I didn't see that the joke was on me. I started to cry, which started the whole world laughing. If I'd only seen that the joke was on me. I looked at the skies, running my hands over my eyes, and I fell out of bed, hurting my head from things that I'd said, till I finally died, which started the whole world living. If I'd only seen that the joke was on me. Could I get that back, please? Gary, can you bring it back? I don't see it. Here, I'll use my copy.
Well, I
If
can see
I'd
it.
only see that the joke was on me. I looked at the skies, running my hands over my eyes, and I fell out of bed, hurting my head from things that I said, till I finally died, which started the whole world living. If I'd only seen that the joke was on me, that the joke was on me. Oh no.
That was good,
Very
Walter.
nice.
I like that
Nice
song.
cook. All right.
So pretty.
So you weren't
It's
able to
one of
sing?
those, one of those
Yeah.
great 4-chord songs, right? Well, they're more than four. They're
More
five,
than
but
four chords in this one.
mostly
Right.
4, and they're really pretty together. I like that.
It's a sweet song, but I kind of wonder what the meaning of it is.
Right.
Too funny.
Go through life confused.
It's kind of funny. One of the songs that the Beatles did during the Let It Be sessions was Get Back. And, you know, I've heard that song for 50 years, and really it didn't make a whole lot of sense. You know, he's talking about Get Back, JoJo, and all this stuff. But the
Who
song,
is JoJo?
pardon?
Who is
Well,
JoJo?
The theory that I found when I was looking that up after we watched it was that JoJo was Linda Eastman, who became Linda McCartney's first husband. His name was Joseph something, and he was.
Well,
kind of
JoJo was a
strange.
man who thought he was a woman.
Right. That's what I was going to say that, Marty, but I didn't have the nerve.
Well, and and he also lived in Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the song started out when they were practicing it. When Paul first had the idea, it was because nothing's changed in Britain over the last 50 years. The people were complaining about all these foreigners coming in, and saying they should go back or get
Get
back to where they once
belonged.
And
Sounds
so
like
Paul-
Texas, sounds
Yeah,
like
right.
Oregon, sounds like
Exactly.
other places I've lived.
Right.
Yep.
People from other cities, go away.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess he decided that after a while that that probably wouldn't be the best thing
Yeah.
to use for a song, and so he came up with these other lyrics. But it was
But the
interesting.
funny thing was that, you've heard the song a million times, Sweet Loretta Martin, blah, 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 blah. And they didn't have the name. They would just go blah, 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 blah. They got to the Loretta part, but then it was just, they
Just
couldn't figure out
nonsense,
a name. Or, it was really interesting watching the development of all of these songs.
Yeah. Okay, who wants to go next? Barbara?
Yeah, I will. Just a second.
Okay. Let me get your music up there.
Okay, unlike Mary Jane, my practicing didn't even sound good. So this is a real low bar. So I picked this. I picked this song because it's 76 trombones, because Stephen Sondheim
Yeah.
died this week, right? So I was thinking of Broadway tunes, and so I came up with this one, and I find it challenging, the chords and the words and all of it. And so that said, it's not going to sound like much, but I hope you have fun singing it. It's kind of peppy, and make as many mistakes as you want.
Can you see it okay?
Yeah, and I have a copy here. I'll just sing from the copy. It's
Okay.
kind of okay. The way this works is that it has the first and second. I'm pointing to this as if I think you can see where I'm pointing. But okay, where it says 76 trombones led the big parade with 110 cornets close at hand. That's the first verse, and then you go back up to where the 76
okay.
trombones caught the morning
Okay.
sun with 110 cornets right behind. Below it shows what the last line is for the first and then the second verses, where it says first, that's the last line of the first verse, and two is the last line of the second, and then you go into this different melody here. And so
Okay,
it's-
well,
yeah.
So Gary's gonna be busy.
Yeah, well, Gary, the other thing I was going to say was, if the third sheet, if I sent 3, it has everything on one page, but it doesn't have the pictures of the chords. So,
which would you rather play from?
well, I don't care, because I'm just going to play from what I printed out here.
Okay.
I have my own copy. So,
Okay. Well,
you can just give it a try. I mean,
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
just try it and see what happens here.
yeah. I mean, we can't hear each other. So, all right. So, okay, that's enough of everything. Let's see. 76 trombones led the big parade with 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones caught the morning sky with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 reeds springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper-bottomed timpanis and horse platoons. Thunder full octave higher than the score. Now you go to, you just play the first verse again, is what you do. Da, 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 da. 76 trombones hit the counterpoint with 110 cornets placed away. To the rhythm of march, 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 all the kids began to march, and they're marching still for today. To the rhythm of march, 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 all the kids began to march, and they're marching still for today. Well, I also picked this song because of the Thanksgiving marching bands, and they would be appalled. They would be. I would not make it in the. I would not make it in the Macy's parade. I don't know if anybody else watched that, but I did. I probably wouldn't even make it into the dog show. It's a fun song if you want to try it at home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. That was great.
I was sorry that my uke was up here because all of a sudden I just froze. You know, I should always keep it down low.
Anyway, it's a fun one to try.
Right, right.
It's a good time.
Okay.
Well, Marty, do you have a song?
Well, I just sent you something in an email.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to just pull that up.
Let me see what you.
That's how you get to Memphis.
Okay, let me see if I can do this.
And we've had somebody who did a practice and it was perfect. We had somebody who did a practice and it wasn't quite so good. Now here's an example of somebody who didn't practice at all.
Uh-oh.
I did this song months ago and I haven't played it since, but I thought, let me give it a shot, you know?
So can you see that?
I sure can.
Okay.
Good.
Great. All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, I did this one right after Tom T. Hall died. I just loved his songs. So here we go. If you love somebody enough, you go wherever they go. That's how I got to Memphis. Okay, I'm hearing somebody else playing. So it's throwing me off here. Not that it was that great to begin with. But I'm going to start over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have everybody muted.
If you love somebody enough, you go wherever they go. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. If you love somebody enough, you go where your heart wants to go. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. I know if you'd seen her, you'd tell me, 'cause you are my friend. I've got to find her and find out the trouble she's in. If you tell me that she's not here, I'll follow the trail of her tears. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. She used to get mad and she'd say she'd come back to Memphis someday. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. I haven't by, or slept for 3 days or nights. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. I've got to find her and tell her that I love her so. I'll never rest till I find out why she had to go. Thank you for your precious time. Forgive me if I start to cry. That's how I got to Memphis. 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 And
I
there's,
love
That's a
that.
nice song, Marty.
That's
Yeah.
there's proof that practice is
Well delivered.
Very
I've heard of Tom T. Hall from way, way back. Was he on some television show?
he appeared a lot. I think he was on Hee Haw for a while there,
Yeah.
Okay. I just remember that
but he did
name.
lots of songs. You know, like Watermelon Wine, and
He was probably not on the radio stations that I was listening to at the time.
country storyteller.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think if they named that show Hee Haw something else, I might have watched it. I just couldn't bring myself to watch
Yeah.
it.
I watched it a couple of times.
That's too funny.
But, you know, I didn't
What's the
appreciate
name?
who was the you had Buck Owens, and who was the other guy on that show? Trying to think. Anyway, one of them was an amazing guitar player that, you know, that didn't sort of come out so much
It was
when I saw
Buck
him.
Owens, wasn't it?
Buck Owens and
I thought Buck Owens was on
and
there,
what was the other one?
but I don't know who else was there.
Anyway.
Oh, Tom said Grandpa Jones.
Yeah,
Tom
maybe-
just chimed in with Grandpa Jones.
Well, there was there was always
He's a trivia guy, you know.
but one of the guys was an amazing guitar player, and I've seen him on other YouTube videos, and he was really good. I didn't appreciate those people at the time. So that's all right. I'll find it out later.
You'll look it up later. Brenda?
So Brenda, do you
Oh,
want to
This
go ahead?
just in Roy Clark.
Roy
Okay,
Clark.
Roy
That
Clark,
was it.
yeah.
Clark?
There you go.
Okay,
That's-
that's the peanut
that's it.
gallery is giving me all this trivia.
Okay, yeah. Well, Roy Clark was the one that was the really amazing guitar player.
yeah.
I guess Buck Owens was a
Right.
guitar player too, but
I think it
okay.
was Roy Clark you're thinking of, though, I bet.
Yeah, you're
On
right.
that show.
I didn't know Tom watched Hee Haw, but now I know.
Too funny.
Okay, let me see if I can get this lined up. Okay, share screen.
Yeah, but
and then-
it's, you got it cut
I
off.
know, but I have to go through all this rigmarole for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Well, now it won't let me go back to. Oh, wait a minute. Here we are. Okay, can you see this, Brenda?
Well, yeah, it's a little, I can get it a little hot, better resolution on my screen here. All right, let's see here.
I wonder if I can make it bigger.
Okay, so we start with a little picking on the C string. Okay, let's see here. let's start walking. And we'll do this one more time. And that's all of that.
Very good. Very good. Such a fun song.
Nancy Sinatra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You punch
I wish I didn't know that.
Didn't think I did.
I just looked up Tom T. Hall's list of songs, and I bet his most famous one was Harper Valley PTA.
PTA.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Well, Jeannie C. Riley sung that though, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
there's
think
several people
Tom
sang it.
T.
Dolly
sang
Parton
it.
sang it, and several
Yeah.
women, but it was, Tom T. Hall that wrote it.
Anyway, back to the screen.
Okay. So are we going to do our song?
Ooh,
Yeah, okay, we'll do ours.
Paul has a song.
Yeah. This is
Pretend
not a
Paul.
Paul song though.
No.
If we can
Well,
find
I'm
it.
a little bit of a Paul, I guess.
Paulette, work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
there you go. PB.
Right.
You're both PB.
Right, exactly. Okay.
So I'm going to turn down the speakers. So.
This will be the first duet Paul's ever done also.
Yeah. Okay.
Hang on, I gotta get this silly thing back. My hair's all flopping down.
Okay.
Okay.
Need hair and makeup to come in here and.
No, I just need that.
Okay, this is I Can See Clearly Now by Johnny Nash that came out in 1972.
72. Okay.
Anyway.
Go for it. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that
you know what?
made me blind.
Sorry,
What happened?
we're not sharing the screen.
Oh, we forgot. Sorry. We'll start over.
Okay.
Now we're scaring the screen.
No, we're not.
Says we are.
I gotta
Casa
find-
Grande. I know that. That's Casa Grande.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Let's see. I have to get back to. All right. This is confusing. Trying to. All right. I want to minimize the screen for a second and restart QuickTime.
Sorry.
Somehow that got stopped. Okay.
We are appreciating Paul more every
Oh
minute.
man, we always appreciate Paul for the work that he does here.
He really does.
Okay,
You're doing fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Can you see the screen? The song? Good. Okay.
You can
Good.
see it?
Good.
Okay.
Start
right.
again.
We're going to do it again. Take two. Okay.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that made me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sky. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day.
Yay.
And that was great.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that.
Was that
It's nice
by any
to
chance
play
the same
along.
arrangement that Bob did on the AUS?
Oh, I didn't know
We
he'd
didn't
done
know
it
he'd
on the.
done one on AUS.
I just found this going through the
That's because.
yeah, the songbook, God's Because, and I just thought, oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah. We
They may-
only got to go to 3 AUS meetings before the pandemic hit. So if they did it, it was before us.
No, it was video. We did it
Oh.
on, I did a video on it.
Cool.
A video?
Yeah.
I don't
Video.
remember.
Yeah.
Man, we must have been out of
We were
town that
gone.
week.
Yeah. We
I
did
think
this
it's
one.
maybe a medley with some other song.
Oh, okay. I don't remember doing a medley, so I bet we
Yeah.
missed that one or something. Interesting.
To look for it. Anyway,
So,
is it beer time? Oh, not yet.
Oh, Mary Jane,
yeah.
you have another song, don't you, Mary Jane? Did you want to sing it now or later? It's hard. You're muted.
Muted.
I thought Christine hadn't gone yet.
Oh, were you?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm ill
She said she
prepared
was not
tonight.
doing one tonight.
Oh,
I decided I need a little break.
a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you wanted to get rid of my song and not save it for happy hour, I don't really, it doesn't really matter, when I do it.
Well,
But
if
we
Well,
do seem to
either
have
way,
some
I
time
think we should
left.
start happy hour now. Because,
Yeah. Well, let's have an early happy hour, and then I can
All
still
right, let's
do
do
this.
it.
Okay.
that sounds
This is
good.
an
Yeah.
easy song, so I should be able to drink beer and
okay,
or
good.
wine and not screw the song up.
Maybe we can.
All right,
find
Marty,
another
make
one.
your
we can do.
announcement.
What's that?
Yes, Marty's got to make the amount.
Oh,
Marty, you're muted.
you're muted, Marty.
Unmute thyself.
Announce needed.
Okay.
I sound better when I'm muted.
No.
No.
Time to get a refreshing beverage
Yes.
and
Thank
take a little break, and we'll meet right after.
All right.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good. Too funny.
Yeah, Gary and Paulette, it was January meeting,
January.
2021.
Wow.
Just looked it up.
2021.
Well, I'm
What,
sure-
what a,
Where were we?
Well, we had one that we just completely forgot. Remember?
Oh,
The next
okay.
day, it could have been that one. I don't know. We'll have to look.
well, search for it on YouTube, but you can just do it.
Yeah.
Boston
You know
Ukulele
what?
Society.
You know what it was? That was when we had to move my mother.
Oh,
We
that's
were- we
right.
were
We were in
involved in-
Houston moving his mother into the retirement
Yeah.
community.
Or
That's what
in the
it-
memory
Yeah,
care.
y'all missed
Yeah,
some
memory care.
Yeah.
back there, I remember.
That's what it was. That was a hard week. Oof.
circulating fan because it's really stuffy in here.
Well, Walter, you still going to therapy? You're muted. There you
There,
go.
my therapy is pretty much over now.
Okay. Good. You feeling all right?
I'm getting by.
You're sounding better every time.
Well, thanks. I'm trying to sound better. And I guess it works a lot of the time.
I think it's working. I'm betting that's the kind of thing that just with time it just gets better and better.
I hope so.
Well, your song sounded good.
What?
Your song sounded good.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Did your therapist prescribe ukulele playing?
No, I
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you tell your
I know when I hurt my hand so bad, my physical therapist said you have to play the ukulele like all the time and get your hand better. I said, okay, I can do that.
You can do that.
Walter, did you tell your therapist that you play ukulele
Oh,
and
yeah.
sing?
Yeah.
Okay. I bet they thought that was a good thing for you.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
I
good thing
was
for
trying
everybody.
to find out, do I have arthritis in these two joints?
Uh-huh.
And
I've got that. I've got that exact same thing in the two thumb joints.
it's hard to have that and let it go.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, that
you have to
arthritis.
keep moving. I mean, you really have to keep moving.
That arthritis will catch up with you. There's a cord on the mandolin that you got to bend this finger
Mm-hmm.
real
Oh,
far to get it. It's like this. And man, I find that hard to do. I can't get that finger bent in time to play, you know?
I don't think I could ever
we
do that now after that
we do
surgery.
Tai Chi, and one of the things
Yeah.
that we learned is about
All kinds of hand
yeah,
exercises.
kind of hand exercise, like stretching them out and then curling them in, stretching them out, curling them in. And then there's another one we do
Oh,
where
this
you
one,
take
yeah.
your fist and you put your thumb on the inside, and then you open your hand
One
and
finger at a time
one
and
finger at a
rotate out.
time, rotate out, and then you come back.
And
one
then you have to
finger
do
at
the
a
other
time.
hand, but your hands are moving in
Oh,
opposite
good.
directions while you're
I
doing it.
get my hand starts shaking when I can't get that finger to go down right.
It's like,
So where do you
sometimes
take
they
Tai
won't
Chi?
cooperate. But
Where do
The
you take Tai Chi?
we started at the Lamar Senior Center in Austin, and then
Huh?
the teacher's fantastic, and so we started going Saturday morning to a different class he does as well.
So we're doing twice a week now.
Yeah.
We
And that's-
used to take it in Chicago, and
Oh, really?
we took it
Yeah.
in Chinatown. Yeah, and we loved it so much. Just
We like it a whole
and then
lot.
we started one at the Y, but it's so different than what we're
Right.
used to.
Right.
But we're looking, maybe we should try that one.
Well, we'll send you an
It's-
email with the guy's information and everything. He's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we were going there for the Tai Chi, and then that's
That's
when
how we found Kevin.
Kevin, because he offered the ukulele lessons
Yeah,
there.
right.
Yeah, I'd like to find out about that too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll
About
send.
Tai Chi, it's so
Yeah.
good for you. It's
It
so
is,
good
it's
for
great.
balance and
Yeah.
just like grace and moving all different parts of your body in different ways, and love it.
What style are
I've
you
known
learning,
several
Christy?
people who swear by it.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
really love it.
I know Paulette dragged me to it.
He didn't want to go, but I made him go.
I had just retired. I was 62, and we went to this, and of course I've got white hair now, but
You didn't
it
know
was like there was I saw some woman that was probably 80 years old getting out of her car and
with her
walking.
walker, and he was like,
They're like, what
"Oh
are we doing?"
no!"
You know, and but once we got into the class, and
Yeah,
it was
the
a lot of
teacher's
fun.
great.
Yeah.
What style of Tai Chi were you doing, Christina? What school?
Do you know the style, Tom? Yang style?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
that's-
doing Yang on
Eight.
Saturday. Yeah,
Oh, and
we're doing in the
you
8
did
hill
the
croquets.
8 and
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
we
And
were in
then,
the middle of the 24.
Okay,
We
so
were
we're
halfway learning
Right.
that, but we learned the 8 very well.
Yeah.
Well, we thought we were, but it was funny because we took it in Chinatown, and so half of the class was Chinese, and many of them did not speak English, and the teacher didn't, but she just did it by mimicking and by,
Yeah.
you know,
oh, okay.
it was so good. It was amazing. We just loved it. Yeah.
That's funny because
So
I expected our teacher to be Asian. I
He's
don't know. I
not.
just assumed, you know, and he's not. But he's been doing it for 30 some odd
Yeah.
years now, or something like that. And,
yeah,
teaching for
Well,
20. Yeah, he's really
there are a
good.
lot of masters out there.
Yeah,
you know.
there really are.
But I'm super curious about it.
Okay,
I
we'll
just
send you
love it.
the info.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do Yang on Saturday mornings and then Wu at
Oh.
the senior center.
Cool. I would totally do that.
Yeah. We're gonna.
Yeah, we'll send it to you
Oh.
too, Walter.
Thank you.
Do you want? Why don't you? Well, yeah. I've got
You've got their
your
emails.
emails.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that won't be any problem. Okie dokie. So have you written any more songs, Christine?
No,
No.
no. I had kind of a weird week, so I'm
Oh dear.
doing all kinds of other things. So yeah, but I'll pick it up again. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I just had a lucky streak and now I'm done. I don't know.
So have
I
you-
love the one that you sang, Paulette, the one you wrote last week. Like to hear that again. I'd like to see it up, post
Yeah,
it.
we'll have to put it in.
We'll
on
have to-
some-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really a nice song. I
She's
was
very pretty.
very
yeah.
impressed.
I really liked that picking thing that Paul did at the end last week. And
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
to me, it sounded very Renaissance. So I raced off and wrote lyrics to it, but then I couldn't remember the melody. So
So
Trying to
yeah,
get
when
that
Paul
together
gets
with
back,
Paul.
we'll have to have him play that again.
Yeah.
So have you written any lately, Mary Jane?
Oh, I haven't really written. I think I wrote one song the whole year of 2021, but I don't. I'm not really producing songs that much. I'm just trying to sing the ones I have because I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
such a repertoire, and they never got sung. I was writing them, and then I didn't have any outlet. Even when I was in a band, the band didn't like to sing my songs because they had to learn them from scratch. That was their problem. I had this one guy that said, "Well, I don't know the song." It's like and I'm not real good at making recordings or anything, that could help them out. And it was kind of before the days where everybody knew how to make videos and put
Yeah.
them on YouTube and stuff like that. It was, yeah. So I had all these songs. It's like a body of work, but nobody to
How
play
many
them
have you
to.
written? How many songs
I
have you
haven't
written?
counted them, but I have a whole folder, like a 3-ring folder that's completely full of them.
Wow.
And I've played a bunch of them. I played early in our song, and I still have some I haven't played. But another thing is because they're not on the internet, I'd have to type them up to get them
Yeah,
in Paul's format, and I'm kind of just I've got one song. It has a 4-chord progression in it, and I really wanted to do it last time, and then I thought, well, it's not in the right. It's not in the way Paul likes to do the songs and has the chords on top of the words. It was pretty clean, and I think I could probably get away with it, if I could just get up the courage and do it and then I could show you what my little 4-chord progression was that I had actually written, but then I wound up just forgetting about it and doing a song I could put up on the screen.
Well, if
So
you
you
have
said
the
they let, oh,
no,
go ahead.
I was just going to say if you have the songs, even with the chords above the words, uh, if you just take it, export that as a text file. If you've got
Yeah. Well, I know how to scan files, and Paul could work with a scanned file. He said if you scan something, he'd be able to put it into a screen share something. But
well,
I got into wanting to do it just exactly like he wanted, like all the chords
oh, I never
color
set
in
them.
color and that kind of stuff, and the instrumentals in red, and I kind of got obsessed with that. And when I thought about having to put my song like that, I just didn't do it. But I think that the one I'm thinking about is clean enough that I might go ahead and just scan it and send it.
Well, if you send a text file, he can also use that because he's got a program that converts that to the format. Like that's this program that I
Yeah.
have on our iPad does that. I can put the chords above, or I can tell it to put the chords within. And I
Yeah.
tend to like it with the chords above because if it's within, I tend to try to read it as opposed
Yeah,
He
to
gets
well, I've
distracted.
noticed
I get
that
distracted.
sometimes the chord will sort of create a new word
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the and that's just terrible. If you were going to say that word, that nobody's ever heard of
right,
instead of
right.
the
And
way
you
that it's
could.
supposed
Yeah,
to
You would do
come
it.
out.
Like the hyphenated words are the worst.
yeah,
Yeah.
Those are
yeah.
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 really hard to do. But I didn't get the memo about how you do it. I mean, I thought we just use those parentheses and then put it before the word that you're playing, right?
Well, there's a
The brackets.
the brackets
Yeah.
are they go around the chord, the name of the chord, but it's called Chord Pro, and there's kind of a format. If you look up Chord Pro, they will give you the format
So
to
that's what
use.
Paul wants is Chord
Well,
Pro.
I mean, he doesn't care. He can show it any way. It's just that's the way that Kevin did it. Kevin had an iPad and he had this program called OnSong, which is what I have here. And that the reason they put the chords within the lines is so you can condense it. Because if you put the chords on top of the line, then you're kind
Oh,
of double spacing everything and it stretches it out.
right.
But
Yeah.
I find it easier to read that way. But this format was just, just
This works.
Yeah.
what.
Well, when you refer to a text file, are you referring to like something created in Word, the program,
Well,
or a similar
you
program?
you create it in Word, and then when you're done, you save it, and then you tell it to export it as a text file. Like
Uh,
the program we have on the Mac is called Pages, and you just I put them into Pages, copy them from off the internet, put them into Pages, clean them up, and then I export them as a text file, and then I can put them into this OnSong program, or I can send them to uh, Paul that way, or I can send him a Chord Pro form or a PDF. So I mean, he can use any of it.
yeah, he seemed to be pretty flexible.
Yeah,
Mine go as a docx file, which is
yeah,
something created under the Word
right.
program.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
I don't do any exporting or page, well, I have Windows anyway. I don't have a Mac.
well, you
And
can export with Windows. I mean, you can.
yeah, well, what I do is I'm in an email trying to communicate with Paul, and then there's an attachment. And
Right.
so I attach the song there's some, I don't know what it's doing inside my computer. I don't know what it's called, but I attach the file. I find the file in Word and I attach it, and then he's got it, and whatever it is, he's able to work with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the chances are pretty good, Christine, whatever you did, if you could
Yeah.
get the file to him, he could work with it.
Yeah, I
See,
usually
like-
just do a PDF, but the one thing that's kind of like, you can never tell with that is how many beats. Like if you
Right.
play a
Mm.
a chord, and then how many times do you play it and move on, and so there must be a format for that too.
So that's what the slashes.
I think you
It's
pretty
called
much
the-
have to know the
The
song.
slashes
Yeah.
were,
Yeah.
See the
Right.
slashes.
Proud
Right.
Mary had slashes, and that
Right.
was part of the file I got from Kevin, had those little slashes in it.
I do that too. Well, it was we did a video for the Austin Ukulele Society, songs this time, and it was kind of confusing because you have some chords that are only 2 beats, and then and then most of the chords are 4 beats, and you have to run through the song several times to know which chords are going to be only 2 beats, and how many chords in a row are going to be 2 beats.
Well,
And,
that's Bob's stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
that he
but
does.
that's kind of, all of this stuff, the way we do it, there's no way to really tell how many beats per chord there are. You just kind of have to know
Hear
it.
it.
Yeah, well, that's where you listen to somebody else on the
Yeah.
YouTube,
Right.
That's right.
Right.
listen to it and get it in your head, and then whatever comes out is you and
Right.
your interpretation, and it might not be the
Right.
same as somebody else's,
Yeah. And
Well,
believe
if you
me,
got
Marty,
if you got a book that had the piano music, for example,
Right.
as well as chords with it,
if you could read that.
that will show, well, right. I mean, that's the thing, is this like art or painting? I mean, there's so many different ways to represent
Right.
Exactly.
music, the chords and the notes and the beats. And it's almost, I think it would be almost impossible to put every single aspect of music,
Oh, yeah.
write it down. You'd have like about 100 pages for each song or something. I mean, if you put if you put down the rhythm and you put
Oh, then
down the
you are.
chords, and you put down the notes and you put down the words,
yeah.
but it's just all.
Yeah, well, just plain music, all those lines and notes and everything does, a pretty good job of it. I'm working on a song now, and it was in my church hymnal, and it's like 4 pages, and I know how many beats there's supposed to be, but there's certain places in it that I just think I gotta put some extra spacing in here. I just can't sing it exactly the way the music is written. But music does a pretty good job of telling you how many
Yeah.
beats that you're supposed to have.
And there's
Really?
Jerry,
Really want that, laid out. Just get yourself some
You
music.
gotta-
Okay,
Hello,
hang on.
Walter.
Jerry,
What's
oh,
up?
I just wanted to tell everybody I gotta go.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
Good to
Walter.
see you.
Hope
See you
you're
later.
good.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
See you next week.
Bye. It's
All right,
good to
we'll see you next
see
week.
you always.
Bye-bye.
Hey, everybody, we were talking about Chord Pro format. There's a really good article on Wikipedia about it.
Oh,
Just go
okay.
to just Wiki Chord Pro, CHORD Pro, Chord Pro. And it shows you pretty much kind of the outline of what they're trying to do.
Right. Right. Well,
So
it was a
is
simple-
that
For
what Paul
ukulele or
uses
for-
to?
Sorry, what?
Just for ukulele or for all string
No, it's-
instruments?
No, it
or
works for anything.
Chord Pro is a
Oh,
way to
okay.
take lyrics and add chords in there, and so it's a way to be able
It's
to
a-
type out
It's a
the lyrics and
standardized
the
format.
and the chord aspect of it, and then this program will then interpret that and put, like Gary was saying, you can have the chords go on the top or within it. There's a number of things that can be done for displaying it, but the Chord Pro format mainly is that, it's when I'm sure you've seen it where it's like the word and then there's a bracket A minor,
Mhm.
bracket, another word.
Right.
That A minor then gets interpreted as it gets converted up above the word, and then it keeps track of the chords to put on the display.
Hmm.
Anyway, read that Wikipedia article. It's pretty good.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down. I'm texting it to myself. Chord Pro. Okay.
Another thing
The only
that's
way I remember.
another way
Okay.
with using it's like the, regular music format with the lines and everything, but it's called a lead sheet, and it's all it is the melody, the chords, and you've got the measures, and so and the chords are put where they need to go, so that you know how many beats there are per chord, and it's what a lot of musicians like that play piano at restaurants and do things like that. They don't have the whole 8 pages of music. They just have one lead sheet to to follow, and I have downloaded lead sheets for some of these songs because I haven't been able to figure out the beats. There was a couple that Paulette wanted to do, and so I downloaded the lead sheets, and it's like, oh, okay, that's how many beats per for that chord, and you can if you look online, there's several sites that have music, and you can get the whole the whole 4 or 5 pages of it, or you can get like a simplified lead sheet format.
Okay, so what does Paul use? Do you know?
Well, he doesn't. All he has is a program that converts Chord Pro into can take if you send him a Chord Pro format, he can display it, and it displays it with the brackets and the chords within the lines.
Okay.
He
Okay.
What I have on the iPad is OnSong, which is what
Okay.
Kevin used to have, and it's it takes a little time to get used to the program. It's not exactly the most user friendly thing to figure out, but after a year and a half, I finally.
Okay.
Oh.
In
It
fact,
would
I've
take
got-
me twice that long, I think.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
there's
always
If it weren't for,
I was
Oh,
looking at the
okay.
Chord Pro, and that seems to be pretty straightforward,
yeah.
Good.
and it's a lot cheaper than OnSong. So
Well,
I just love that there
only
was a
paid $20
place.
for this, but yeah, and OnSong only works on iPads.
oh really?
The
Okay.
idea is that everybody in your band has an iPad
This-
attached to
Yeah.
their mic stand, and they can
Oh.
all
They
Just
you
do
can
the songs from
you
there.
can
Ah,
you can
interesting.
tie all of them together, and everybody can see the same thing, and it can
Ah,
scroll at
okay.
the same time.
Okay.
That's what it's mainly made
Okay. Okay.
But it didn't work so good in the nursing homes when we were in there
Oh,
trying to
really?
play for these people. Yeah, because the Wi-Fi of the nursing home
Oh, yeah.
screwed up their iPads so
Oh
that
no!
Oh, no.
they didn't have they weren't as synced as they should have been.
Yeah. Well,
But
Right.
I didn't have one. I just had my music in front
Just
of me on a music stand, so it didn't bother
there's
me.
always a music stand and paper.
Right. Yay, paper.
So speaking of microphones, I actually have a question, and this will just show how old this microphone is, but I have a microphone that says something like compatible with any tape recorder. So
Okay.
because I used to try to record things back when I had a tape recorder.
Yeah.
So I tried to plug that microphone into my laptop, and you can plug it in, but it didn't look to me like the computer recognized it. So I'm
No,
assuming that hardware is much too old and it's not compatible.
Yeah.
you need something. See, like these microphones that we have, they're analog microphones. They're just like plain old studio microphones.
Oh, is that
And
what you do? Oh.
yeah, but the thing is, you have to have an analog to digital converter, and you can get little boxes, that start at maybe $30 or $40 to convert the analog signal of your microphone to a digital signal, and then you'll plug a USB connection into your computer.
Well, okay, so all the microphones are analog then, pretty much.
Well,
If you plug it into your, okay.
you can buy USB microphones. That's what Paul uses. He's got a microphone on that stands up, and it's just got a USB plug that plugs into his computer, and the microphone takes care of converting the analog signal from your voice or your ukulele and converts that into the digital format.
So Marty had kindly, when he was distributing Kevin's things, he had kindly given me a couple things I was going to mention. One of them was, a microphone holder. But the microphone, or whatever you call it, for a table, it's like a table stand that you put a microphone in. So I thought, oh, this is cool. I have this old microphone, which I finally tracked down the other day, and I put it in the stand. It took me forever to figure out how to open this plastic tube thing and figure out what are the legs and all that. Took me much too long. And so I got all excited and I plugged the microphone in and I was like, okay, well that was this is where it stops.
I did the same thing. I mean, my laptop has a place that you can plug earphones in, and I thought, well, that's got to be where if you want to use a mic, that's got to be where it goes. Well, it didn't work.
Okay,
I started reading about it.
I'm in good company then.
Yeah, because
the other thing I was going to mention, Marty, especially, is you had given me some of Kevin's books from when he went to Canada and studied how to teach ukulele. Is it the James Hill series? I think is what it's called, something like that. And so I gave most of them to the schools, as I said I would. I gave most of them to Blanton Elementary because they have ukuleles there. But I saved one of each for myself, and it turns out that I'm trying to learn how to play the ukulele like an instrument by taking some classes with Kevin Carroll, and he uses those books. So unbeknownst to me, when I saved out those books, I didn't know I'd ever actually use them, and apparently you can't even buy them anymore. So thank you. Yeah, so thank you. And thanks to Kevin, and it was just, one of those things.
Well, it's really Karen that needs to be thanked.
Yeah.
She's the one that said she wanted Kevin's stuff to go to the people that would use it.
Well, I have the bass, and I've been using that, and then of course my tuner was
Kevin's tuner.
was from
Oh.
So yeah, it's nice to have for the stuff to continue to be used. And
Barbara, I think you ought to just use a megaphone.
Your sound, Barbara's voice is coming through really good tonight.
Yeah.
Whatever you've done,
Yeah.
you've had a great sound tonight.
Oh, thank you. So the megaphone, so do I have to have it is a particular school color or anything? Insignia on the side. Maybe we need I need a TU for Tuesday Ukes or something.
They're easier to hook up.
Yeah.
No wires.
Right.
Right. You don't have to worry if your internet goes down either.
Right.
Well, I have to say something. If we don't sing a song in the next minute and a half, they're going to take our license away from us.
Okay. So let's
So,
sing a song.
so Mary
right.
Jane, you're on. How's that sound, everybody?
Are you going to put it on the screen share?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's going to take a while.
Here we go. Okay, can you see it now? Oh, you're muted, Mary Jane.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. Good.
How do I get this out of the way?
Okay, let's see.
Need to mute up.
Yeah, this is a real classic the tune, I don't know that it's to the tune of anything else, but it reminds me of a lot of other like traditional songs. So it's real easy to learn, pretty easy to play. And then the sentiment I thought was a great sentiment for a group, and we're a group. In fact, I played it for my women's group, and Brenda was there, so she's already heard it. But anyway, longtime friends. I'm looking for some longtime friends. I'm looking for some longtime friends. Life's a long and twisting road, many curves and unseen bends. So I'm looking for some longtime friends. Good friends tend to slip out of your reach if you walk too tall or keep too straight a path, with your eyes so far ahead that you can't see by your side. You'll never see your longtime friend. I'm looking for some longtime friends. I'm looking for some longtime friends. Life's a long and twisting road, many curves and unseen bends. So I'm looking for some longtime friends. There are women that I hold close to my heart, and then I hope they'll always be in my life. You've got to know each heart is real and each life can touch your home. And this world will be your longtime home. It's a wide world with many ways to live, many ways to love and many ways to give. I'm not so sure I want to find just one soul to blend with mine. So I'm looking for some longtime friends. I'm looking for some longtime friends. I'm looking for some longtime friends. Life's a long and twisting road, many curves and unseen bends. So I'm looking for some longtime friends.
I don't know why that was so
All
hard.
right.
That's great. And by the way, everybody, that is Chord Pro format that you're seeing there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
what I did on these was, I put them in OnSong, but they were PDFs, or I made them into PDF. I guess I got them as PDFs, and so they just go directly in. You can't change anything like you can if you put it in as a text file, but it still works. So, yeah. Well,
I think I'm ready to say
Yeah.
sayonara.
adios.
I gotta
Okay, bye.
get back to my
Bye,
video.
everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
you're gonna
Put it
do
on.
some more video work this
Oh
evening?
God, Marty,
Yeah, for another.
you are a
I go-
saint.
I can do it for about an hour at a time, and then I go,
Right. Well,
Yeah.
we sang the songs over and over and over again, and it was probably 7 or 8 times. And then I thought, but Marty's got to listen to them over and over and over and over and over. Oh my
Are
God!
And
you
there's
still
37
doing
of them.
Rihanna?
Now you're gonna go bah humbug.
How many people
You
have
said
sent in
37.
I had to process 37 videos.
for
Now,
for this one?
yeah,
Oh
my
Okay.
God. I'm currently working on 37 videos
Oh my
God.
gosh.
to make
Boy.
this one video. But 2 of them are Bob's play along and demo. So
Yeah.
that brings it down to 35. And then there's 2, 3 people that sent in 2 of them, and they gave me the honor of saying, use the
You picked
best
a good
one.
one.
It's
You
like
pick-
Yeah. Oh,
No, no.
thank you so much.
I'd rather you just send one that you're happy
Right.
with.
Yeah.
And
No
don't make me
pressure.
make that choice.
God.
So
Yeah,
that
that
brings
should
it
be a
down to about
rule.
30.
Yeah, just
One or
send
two.
one.
And then there was one that I'm struggling with that he said he sent it and I couldn't find it. And anyway, I finally just a few minutes ago I saw it up on it showed up on the hard drive, so that's good.
Oh, good.
So,
Well, thank you for
Oh,
doing that, Marty.
yes,
we really
really.
appreciate it. They always look so
They're
great.
wonderful. I just love
Thank
the
you.
way you've got people from all over the planet now. It's just
There's-
amazing.
There's one lady last time she was she and her husband are both blind
Oh gosh.
and but she wanted to be in the video, and she's out of Beeville, Texas, and she says, I don't have any way to film it. I said, if you're not sighted, you're going to have somebody who can, run the camera.
Yeah.
Duh. But so she said she didn't have any friends around. She couldn't get that done, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she ultimately ended up sending me a still picture and her audio track.
Oh, okay.
That's what's
Yeah.
at the end of the video last month.
Oh, that's what that
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So now this month, though, she's figured out she does have a friend somewhere else. So they recorded a Zoom video of her
Oh.
playing. And that's a whole nother world.
Oh,
I
to work with that.
I bet.
Well, I had to figure out how to get it downloaded.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it turns out there's a special plugin you can get for Chrome that will download a video. And it's like, then I get some other people who just can't figure out how to get it into the Google Drive. So they send me a link to their
That was me.
Their what?
Well, I
Me
did
too.
that, but then Paul uploaded it for me.
What's it called in the Apple world?
It's called
Apple.
Mail Drop.
I guess Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Mail
It's
Drop.
the Apple equivalent of Google.
Right.
Yeah,
So
Google
they sent me a
Drive.
link, and then I
Yeah.
downloaded it to my computer then, instead of them uploading it to the cloud. So
This is a lot of work, Marty.
so I finished the phase of getting them all, and then they're all in different formats. So I have to run them through this program that processes them all into a single format, and then I got to time them all, make sure that that when it says do this clap,
Right.
I've got your clap exactly the same time as Bob's clap. So then I've got 37 videos all timed just together. And then I start making the video.
So when's the unveiling?
A week from Thursday. See,
Okay.
Bob always does it at the end of the Austin
Yeah.
Ukulele Society meeting, Zoom meeting.
I don't usually go, but I'd love to see
Oh,
that.
you have
You don't have to
You
go
can
see
anywhere.
it.
You
Yeah,
just
you can
They're
just
all
do it. They're all
online.
on Zoom. They're wonderful. You
It's on
really need
YouTube.
YouTube. You really
on
need to
YouTube.
do it. It's really fun.
Yes.
So will you
Yeah.
send me a link, Marty?
Well, go to YouTube and type
Okay.
in Austin Ukulele Society. And
Okay.
then it'll come up with a bunch of video stuff there, and you'll see it in there. It's just
So there's nothing live. There aren't live meetings like this.
Not
Well,
anymore.
there used to be.
The
Hopefully,
Thursday-
in the old, we'll be
the
able to do
Thursday.
it
Let
again.
me explain this. The Thursday meeting is Bob and Jen and Lida are doing their thing, and Bob is teaching people, and you're watching it live if you want to, but it's also getting recorded. So if you want to watch it again or watch it the next day instead of that night,
Right.
you just pull it up and watch it on YouTube.
Mhm.
So you're
And
just
it's-
watching a video.
It's a video lesson. He spends an hour and a half teaching you how to play
Oh.
the song.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
great.
Yes.
Oh,
He's really
cool.
good.
But you
And
need-
that's what he was doing with the in-person meeting. So you had 150 people learning how to play this song together. It was so neat.
Yeah.
so now he streams it on YouTube,
Yeah.
and you log into YouTube, the Austin Ukulele Society YouTube channel on Thursdays at 7 once a month, and just play along.
There you go. Right.
Learn
Can
how to
you,
play a new song.
can you share my screen? Can I share the screen?
We'll share it.
If
Think
you
if I
tell
do
me how to
that.
do that,
It
I
says
will
you
do-
host is disabled participant screen sharing. You got to do something on
Oh,
your end to allow it.
okay. Let me
Yeah.
see.
Christine, if you want, I'll forward you one of the emails.
Sure.
They send out email every month. You might just want to get yourself on that group. So that
Yeah,
you get the
I
You're
will.
announcement.
Yeah.
You're not on the
Okay.
AUS mailing list, Christine?
I'm not.
Oh,
I
my
don't think
goodness.
Oh, you got to
You're
do
missing a
that.
big resource.
You'd love that.
Yeah.
You would love
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Well, I'll forward it to you.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of
Okay, thank
information.
you.
Okay.
And if
Yeah.
I can figure out how to share my screen, I'm going to show you live right here.
I think I set it to multiple participants can share simultaneously.
So, yeah,
There you go. That's working.
Hmm?
So we're seeing the beach and the
Cabo,
Right,
we've
so-
been there.
Cabo San
So
Lucas.
this-
Yeah.
I'm on YouTube. You can see it there. And I'm going to search for Austin Ukulele Society
First thing.
right there. And so you go
Brianna.
here.
Oh.
These are all
That's what we did
the-
last
Yeah.
time.
See, where is it? These are the,
I'll be home for Christmas. Was
here it
that
is.
what?
Right here is the virtual
Yeah.
meeting. See? See how it says, it'll pop up for a second. It's virtual meeting.
Yeah.
So,
It's,
That was
so
from
those
November
can be
11th,
live
yeah.
Right, that's the
sometimes,
most
right?
It's the
Those
live
are
event.
live on
this,
Thursday.
if you click here, you will be seeing what everybody saw on Thursday night, November 11th.
Okay.
So when you click it, there it is. And, you know, I'm going to go in the middle of it here. And Bob's here.
I'll be home for Christmas.
Bob is teaching you how to do it, and playing the songs and all that. And that's, go just like I did just now to see it, Christine.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, you
Good.
got to do it, Christine. You'd love it.
What's,
Got a lot of emails you have to open, Marty.
37
You're
at
behind in
least?
your emails.
Too funny.
Oh. All right.
Please
Thank
add
you.
Christine.
Okay. So maybe I don't need to send her the email or, well, I'll send it anyway. I'll send it anyway.
Anyway,
and see
yeah.
what-
Because I don't know if she's gonna, are you gonna ask me to give you my
I am.
address?
Is that all right?
Sure, yes. Christine at, oh. Christine at Christine,
Hmm.
ROJEK.com.
That it?
That's it. Thank you. Super, thank you. They better do what you say after all that work.
Oh, they will.
They will.
Well,
They're
she's
They'll
great.
good.
always do it, Marty
They're
says.
wonderful. Bob
There you
and
go.
Jen and
Yeah.
Now, how can I not share the screen?
All right.
Let's see.
Okay, so
let me see if I can.
you can undo that. Yeah, go back.
Does anybody
stop.
else
I
have
gotta
another
stop it.
song?
You gotta stop
Oh,
it from
right,
your end.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okie dokie, everybody.
Yeah. Good night.
Well, I think we had a
Yeah, I think it was
more or less successful.
successful.
Yeah, I
It
can,
was
I can
good.
save a second song for next week. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
So can we start doing Christmas songs starting next week?
I
It's
think
all right
so.
with me. It's
You
just
couldn't have this week.
Uh,
It's still
To me,
November.
after
but-
Thanksgiving, it's allowable.
Right. right.
Right.
They don't
Cool.
all have to be Christmas songs, but I'd like
No.
to feel like they were welcome.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I was
Yeah.
going to
You're
do.
Well,
welcome.
I'm gonna have to break out the grandma got run,
Run
over. by-
over.
here.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, somebody always has to do that one.
That's probably my favorite one.
How
but-
about everybody repeat this? Mary Jane, would you please start doing some Christmas songs in the next meeting?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Please do some
yeah,
Christmas
Everybody will
we
do it
need
after
some
Mary
Christmas
Jane,
songs.
please.
Yes. We do.
I've been
I'll bring the
practicing
eggnog.
some already.
Okay, well,
Okay.
we'll start working on some.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Okay,
Have a good
thank
week.
you.
Good
Thank you,
night.
Gary and
Good night.
Paulette. Thank
Bye.
Oh,
you.
you're
Thank
welcome.
you very much.
Thank you for
Thanks,
hosting.
everybody.
Thanks for taking over
Good to
this
see
time.
Oh, you're
everybody.
welcome.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you
Long
later.
Bye.
Bye.